my spreadsheet here. Now the results I'm going to show you here are from July the 1st 2012 all the way through to December, and the systems that we were tracking and trading, obviously primarily we're going to concentrate on the futures today. So I'm going to show you exactly how our futures strategies went, and some performed exceptionally well, others at times had to be turned off, and our expectation is at some point when you're trading, whether you're trading, it doesn't really matter what system you're trading, at some point you are going to have to turn a system off, and your system will be in drawdown, probably about 80% of the time. So that peak to valley transition between the system performance when it's running, typically most of the time it's making it'll make new equity highs, and then it'll go into a drawdown. Then it'll make new equity highs, go into a drawdown, or at some point it'll break that run down and continue to run down, and that's where you need to decide to turn it off. And you can see from the results here. Now I've just basically off July all the way through to December, and I'll just actually bring this up so we get a little bit better snapshot here, and I'll just grab it here. So I'm just going to transfer over. Now system, you can see I've ranked them best system to worst performing system, and on a $10,000 account, so these are the systems we would be running on a smaller account, or these are the systems that you would typically be selecting based on the drawdown, because a lot of these strategies have a very small drawdown, and as our pro traders, we really want to start with a system that is running with a very small drawdown, because that gives us our best possible chance to get that first, second, third equity increase, and that's really what we're targeting. So you can see here that crude oil takes up the top 4 places. So we heavily traded crude this year. There were a number of strategies that performed exceptionally well on a number of different tick charts. So most of the systems were trading on tick-based charts. No real system. You can see I've ranked them best system to worst performing system, and on a $10,000 account, so these are the systems we would be running on a smaller account, or these are the systems that you would typically be selecting based on the drawdown, because a lot of these strategies have a very small drawdown, and as our pro traders, we really want to start with a system that is running with a very small drawdown, because that gives us our best possible chance to get that first, second, third equity increase, and that's really what we're targeting. So you can see here that crude oil takes up the top 4 places. So we heavily traded crude this year. There were a number of strategies that performed exceptionally well on a number of different tick charts. So most of the systems were trading on tick-based charts. No real time-based trading on crude. Some traders were using the Renko charts and continue to do that on the currencies and the futures. But specifically, this information here is purely on the futures, and you can see there that we've got a reasonable spread there. Crude taking up the top 4. The best performing system was system number 89 on a 377 tick. Now I haven't included the max drawdown there. I will on the momentum strategy, but you can see there that it's performed exceptionally well at 11,300, so 113% return over a 6-month period. But that system finished off. So that, just to give you a bit of an idea of what that column G is, that's telling us that basically towards the end of December, that system hit its max drawdown and turned off. So it's just important to note that. System number 90 was basically a really good, solid performer. It was only trading 13 minutes a day, and it produced a fantastic outcome for the period. So it was similar to, on an 89 tick, similar to system number 3. You'll see ranked kind of mid-range there, trading 10 minutes a day on a 55 tick. That system has been running well for over 2 years now, so, and really has only been turned off probably once in 2 years, and only for probably about a week or 2 weeks. So for those who are looking to kind of start 2013, my opinion is that that's probably, while it doesn't feature as the top system, it has got a very small drawdown and it has been running exceptionally well. So just a proven performer, and one that you can definitely add or start with as far as your overall system. The other ones that were interesting were wheat. So we were trading wheat. There are two systems there, 68 and 91. Now the interesting thing about wheat is we turned wheat off about mid-year, or 2 months into trading it, and then it came back on again. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about today is making sure that if you are trading a system, don't just, and we say this all the time in the room and as part of the group, don't just turn your system off and leave it off. Make sure that you continue to monitor the system, because there will be times when that system will turn back on, and you need to be tracking that for that opportunity. So that's a little bit of a snapshot. Coffee was a little bit volatile. It was trading down. Coffee traded down towards its lower price point on the daily chart, and we had a few periods during the year where it just ranged a little bit. A couple of periods where we had a lot of false breakouts and not really a lot of momentum. So that was a little bit disappointing, I would say, coffee. But some of the other systems did very well to obviously combat that. The Russell was good for a good time, and then obviously around about October, that had to be turned off as well. So you can see there that if you're vigilant with your system, you can make money, and making sure that when your system hits its drawdown, the drawdown value that you give it, the max drawdown, then you need to turn that off, and you need to be vigilant with that, because there are plenty of replacement strategies to go in and start trading. Now what I've done, so that's a little bit of a snapshot of the trend trader. Now we're going to go switch over here to the momentum, because we're moving through a little bit